team. Pasha, Dark Willow, Solo, Bane, No One, Storm, Roger, Tiny, and Ramses actually going to shift back up to top, changing the... Ramses going up north.
Just gonna divert and do the self-tip, tipping over on the Storm.
No one didn't want to feel left out.
What is that laugh? I don't think I'm playing enough Storm.
I don't know, it's bloody awful, it's bloody glorious.
Yeah.
Amazing. Are you ready to rumble?
Every game with VP, dude. Every game with VP is non-stop.
Who was I cast? It was,
I'm so sure that Dota cleared its mute list. The fact that I didn't have Chappie muted, and now I don't have anyone on VP muted,
yeah.
For sure they cleared the mute list.
Yeah, it feels like it.
No, they 100% did.
I've heard a few complaints about that as well.
I most definitely have players on VP muted. How are none of them muted? Dude, they're so toxic in pubs. There's no way.
It must have been the last ESL event. Lacoste and I were casting, and it was when the chat wheel had like just been released, and there was no way to mute it, there was no way to remove it, and you could spam it during the draft. VP were just spamming during draft, and we literally couldn't talk because the sounds were so loud. We were just like, right, well, this draft is drafting. We can't actually talk over it. It's ridiculous. Bounty runes, 2 for 2. Bottom lane, a bit of a contest there from NiP. They grab up both up north as VP, Roger, and Pasha gather up some bounties down south.
Look at Morphling. He's running into trees. This is not fun when you're Morphling. You don't have stout shields. You're just gonna get zoned out. You probably get forced to TP. Yeah. Why does Morphling TP always look so derp, man? He looks stunned.
Yeah, he's waving his arms around, flapping and flailing. Now he's got Solo up here, so he's going to feel nice and safe and comfortable. Oh no, there's Saxa Earth Spirit as well.
You sure? The trees are nasty, man.
With Blightstone, that's some real nasty stuff. Saxa barely missing out on the...
Rolls up for one right click and then out.
Edge of the roll there.
Thug life.
Good stuff to start things off. So mid, Storm against Lina. Storm 4-1 already, and I guess with his high armor and the ability to kind of sustain through the right-click harass of Lina somewhat, seems like a pretty good lane matchup.
It's not too bad. Yeah, it works for Storm for sure. And so far, I mean, yes, perfect. Yes.
Until Lina gets like level 4 or 5, and then Storm's like, see ya, jungle time.
Exactly, at that point you're not even laning anymore. But getting all of the creeps on the first 2 waves, really nice start for him there. Lina lagging a little bit behind, missing 2 creeps.
Now that long-range artillery comes in though. Fata lays a bit of damage towards the Storm, but the roll-up Solo and gets jumped on and pauses the game.
That's the spirit.
How are we doing down bottom? Pasha, Roger, both pretty low there. They've got regen to spend, salve on each of them. PPD trying to crack level 2 as Ace still level 1 3/4 or so.
Yeah, this lane, I feel like Tiny is probably gonna be strong in the first like few creep waves here, but then it's gonna be more and more Weaver favored.
Nice deny on that range creep by PPD. The tree toss was there from Roger, but not good enough.
Not enough.
Roger making his rotation to scout out that bottom rune, and Saxo, he's not going to do the same thing, but he's going to pull across. Whoa. Pasha gets left alone for a second. I look away for a second. Ace and PPD clear him up.
It's so funny to see Roger runs away and places this observer ward right where the sentry ward is. It's like, if they only run out there on NiP, they're going to find that ward.
It's a nice little sentry, isn't it?
Kind of tells that they have been studying VP's warding patterns.
The pre-sentry.
Yeah, already knew about it.
Storm of the DD returns to lane. Saxa being shoved away by Solo and a range creep following in tow. Loses the aggro though, as oh my goodness, I've got to keep watching bottom lane. It just happens so quickly.
Yeah, this lane is very bursty. It's just a tree throw. It hurts a lot. People underestimate it and they die.
Oh, here we come, back into the lane. 10 seconds to grab a creep, but Roger did block this camp earlier on, and it looked like he might block it again. You're right, they are. Moving in onto Ramses, Solo with the treants there, dropping low. 3-3 and Saxa though, not wanting to stick around to feel the strength of the adaptive strike.
Yeah, not really, but at the same time, just the Treants are doing a fine enough job of bothering the more...
Oh, no one. Oh, he got the fairy fire off, but the damage from Fata still losing his life to that tower projectile.
Yeah, we got the tip in though before he died. Very value.
I mean, no one was super close to surviving there as well. If he tangoed, maybe, he probably couldn't have, but if that tango had been there maybe half a second earlier,
Yeah.
could have maybe ticked just a little bit of regen in.
Maybe. It wasn't too far off. Ran quite far before dying. Top
Rolling again. Ramsey consistently under pressure. It's pretty relentless from the Treants, the rolls, the orb of venom, the slows. Everything they bring in that top lane is super nasty.
Yeah, he's doing what he can to stay his HP up though. Roger dealing some damage to PP, but PP can run up here and find a ward. It's like nom nom.
Easy tango.
Yeah.
No toss here, level 2 Tiny still. The dive up top gets the kill on Solo. Ramsey,
Oh boy, the double.
not strength morphing there, looking for the kill on Saxa.
Yeah, he underestimated the kill potential there. Like how he runs in and kills himself before the TP finishes from Solo.
Oh, so he doesn't get experience.
Yeah. Still gave some extra gold to Ramses, I guess, but value. Value anyway.
Much more efficient. Get back Fountain. TP up to lane, full HP, full mana. Again, as bottom, Virtus Pro. It's kind of weird. They felt comfortable in the majority of the games that we've watched, but this laning stage against NiP, there's something about NiP that just puts VP on edge a little bit. They're not.
They're a strong laning team. They are. They're very strong in laning. I mean, this top lane is like brutally powerful. The Fury and Earth Spirit, it's crazy hard to lane against.
Storm Invis trying to come in bot. Oh, Fata making a rotation as well for the 5-minute runes. No one. Very sneaky. Fata gonna miss out on this one as no one grabs it up, bottles it. And Fata's like, hang on a second, there's someone here. There's like an Invis storm or something. Not gonna go for the courier snipe. Actually throws the LSA down to secure the rune, but no one already gone. Well, top lane Solo, boulder smash, and the orb of venom. He's got a break sap in a second. Can he turn and sap it up? He can. Solo, unlikely to survive with another roll in. Pops another raindrop, and with that nightmare,
alive.
Solo still up and running.
I like the effort from the Treant, waking him up. Like, go,
slay, kill,
slay,
aim,
you're mighty,
destroy. PPD might get caught here. That creep wave moving along, full sense of security because he's lost vision for a couple of seconds. And it does open it up for Tiny Willow to get that root. And the damage in onto Chen quite nicely.
Yeah, Chen, easy targets this early on in the game. Right now, looking over to no one. He's just jungling it close to his shrine here. Stack, and very nice stack as well to find.
No mud golems.
Yeah, no mud golems. And this is very easy to kill. Much easier than ogres or centaur even. Very gets a kill on Pasha.
Roger comes into mid to ring it home. Leech some experience and not die to the Lina.
Yeah, you want to have someone sap that experience while you're jumping in your storm.
Oh, it's not just a sap here. They're coming in for a potential kill. Solo from the back, Storm, no one from the front. Earth Spirit is here to try and defend, but Fata has moved too far forward. LSA does connect with Roger, but Solo arrives, and Storm Spirit should be able to clean up. Saxa, of course, now with no roll, no way to get home. A few more hits should do the trick, but with the Fairy Fire, the stick, and the bottle, Fata gives back to his bottle.
Meanwhile, top, there is actually a solo kill happening. I don't understand how it even happens when the Furin has face boots, had such a great start with the double kill, and then somehow Ramses just finds a kill and gets into it again.
Pasha. Annoying little bug from the swarm on him, and a lot of pressure onto this tier 1. Catapult wave has arrived for NiP.
This is what you're looking for when you're playing Chen. You just want to put pressure, a lot of pressure. Solo going for a deny on Ancients, crying. Oh, nice effort.
Good little try, but that good blade really did shut him down.
Yeah, it's hard to deny when enemy has lead.
Big old magic damage burst. Little toss there, and the final hit. Pasha nicely gets it just before the tower connects. Solo, it's his turn to sit for a little bit.
Yeah, just taking over while Storm is trying to jungle up his power treads. Running back to base right now.
What's the net worth looking like now? Green up at the top. Lina and Weaver quite significantly ahead.
They are ahead, but the Morphling is ahead of the Furion, which I feel should not have happened, but
No.
that solo kill really put him back up there.
Look at Ramses. He's just running straight towards him. I guess he's got 15 armor, so the Blightstone isn't as effective. Nature's Wrath bounces around. PPD dies. Roger trades, though, as Ace is looking for solo. No one. With the Terrorize on top of these two, they might make a play here onto the Weaver and the Lina, but Lina very speedy with the haste, and Shakuchi comes back up for the Weaver. So now the Sprout. 3-3 goes in, but Pasha TP's out.
Ooh, clutch. Nice TP out there. No one sitting around waiting for something to go up, but no. Chase ends here. No kills happening. And back to jungle for a Storm. But these early fights, I feel like NiP are doing a good job trying to capitalize on their strengths. They really want to play towards the tier 1 towers, though, more. So that they can actually utilize their Chen.
Yeah, and here it's coming now.
Yeah.
Not a big army for PPD, but 4 heroes in onto that tier 1 middle, just as you say. Blightstone going to work. Chen scouting up north. Roger is there lurking around in the shadows. That Morphling pinging him. Yeah, Ramses is saying, yo, Roger, careful. They've just taken tier 1 mid. They're probably going to invade our jungle now. And a good call that was.
Oh, top. A little bit of an attempt by Saxa. Not really going to get anything out of it, but it was a nice roll in insta-silence on the Morphling. But the damage was lacking.
Ace gets a good amount of free time bottom as well. Tier 1 drops low. Pasha struggling to defend this lane against the Weaver. So they'll bring some reinforcements down. Reinforcements, it's Morphling. Ramses arrives. Level 8 on the Morph. Let's see if he jumps into the Weaver form.
He only really goes down the defend top. There's no way for Morphling to stand against the pressure that is coming. This is the Chen Furion effect.
Dawn zipping across, clear out the sword. Bounty for him to claim up as well. And Ramses will just continue farming towards that Morbid Mask. It's the double damage rune for 3-3. Could maybe have opened up Roshan there, but the send back from Chen, that's what it was. So they just DD rune, send Nature's Prophet back, and he can return to a lane of his choosing.
Yep, nice little play. Mid, a little bit of a sleep coming in. Blink lead, but not gonna try anything. Too risky. Bottom, Rams is losing a lot of HP to Furion.
Raindrop will pop. Oh, they're looking for this terror. He's fake pumping it out. Pasha holds back on it as Chen trying to shove top. Lina holding out middle. Solo arriving, but no levels yet. But we'll see that and shove out that wave very calmly. But Ramses bottom rolling for the silence. There we go. Moving on to him. No morph just yet, but he gets it off. And now with the waveform ready, he's away. There is no kill there.
Yeah, you could even try and turn it there, turning in Weaver, maybe fighting a little bit. There's no way that he dies anymore. But he just wants to stay alive. Top, we have Fiend's Grip available, but against the 2 creeps, it's hard for Bane. Best respects. Seems like VP are playing a pretty slow and steady early game here, and honestly, NiP are playing a really good laning stage. They have a great game going on Lina, and the 2 other cores are also top on net worth, so everything is kind of panning out their way.
Earth Spirit, still a decent way from that urn. As Dark Willow for Pasha grabs up one for their team. A little bit faster on those position 3s, of course. As
I mean, Earth Spirit has in urn now. He just needs to get the dust sent out as well, so he can get some easier kills. I like the dust so that he can kill Morphling even if he's on the lane where Weaver is. This is like a preparation dust, right?
just to make damn sure. Bottom lane, Nature's Wrath with a Laguna Blade finds Ramses. 700 HP, not a massive amount to deal with the burst that they have.
Really not.
Terrorize from Pasha, they're going to miss out on both Ace and PPD. Opens up a kill for them. Spot on, they've moved in. Solo there with the Fiend Script. Finally coming into action is the Storm to find Fata, and that is a big kill. No one is now dominating. 4-1-0, moving very, very quickly into the Yule Scepter. No Kaya.
I mean, it's not just any kill when you killed the Dark Willow as well. That is an off-lane Willow. That's not just support.
Triple Dire Wards over in the Radiant Jungle as well. VP very set up for a tier 1 take bottom, and that invasion into the Radiant jungle as the mirror movement from NiP up top was very apparent from them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the safest area for Ace to be farming right now, and similarly, Morphling should probably want to get his ass down to bottom lane, or Storm that safe is farm there.
Pasha holding top. Spooky heroes around him though, with his Dark Troll. Could be a net into stop. Nature's Wrath bouncing around, down to bot, up to top. I think they were...
He wants to be careful about not having a point in E as well. It's very hard for him to deter the enemy from going on him. And this tower looks like it's dead.
Absolutely does. 3-3 arrives and should be able to secure this. Lina there with the long-range attack damage as they are shoving now.
Might push high ground, force the enemy back. Good idea.
Try to get a reaction out of Virtus.Pro, whether it be TPs or a fight to force.
Yeah, exactly. Just stop them from split pushing. And they'll probably deal a bit of damage to high ground. I mean, this tower, look at it. It's already taking damage.
500 HP gone.
Yeah, very quick.
700 HP gone. That's
just like that.
Pretty hefty amount of damage. Now the chase. Can they catch? Nightmare's there. On to Saxa. Roger will toss him. The send back on Chen's going to take a while, so he'll die before he gets home. Now Storm sees PPD and claims another easy peasy kill. He's gone even longer, harder into the Lina. Oh, that Laguna played onto the Bane will not claim him. And Lina for Bart is going to drop to the bedlam of the Willow. Solo actually the one to get the final click in as the Nature's Wrath bouncing around, but the Phoenix Grip is there. Ace has moved forward. What's he doing?
Mistakes were made. I mean, I'd say so much damage dealt to a tier 3 tower, but then it feels like they just feed one by one by one. But they just couldn't get away. The Storm Spirit did a good job punishing them. And Ace, though, with a bit of a misplay, trying to go in greedy there for something extra.
Well, NiP, they've got their Orchid up on the Nature's Prophet now at the very least, but that little swing, I wish I'd got the fight recap open. You just look at like golden experience. Yeah, look, it's from 3,000 net worth lead for NiP down to probably 0 in the coming minutes. Because off the back of that fight, well, Saxa gets hunted down deep in his jungle. But off the back of that fight, there's so much room for Virtus.Pro.
Yeah, it's amazing. Really amazing for them. And, of course, getting kills when you have Storm Spirit, that's pretty much the way to come back into it. You want to find these pickoffs. Bottom, there is a rune. They're holding it for no one. Trying to let him get it. It's just an illusion rune, so nothing too spectacular. But Lina going up there.
Denies the rune.
Yeah, that's worth my life.
Thumbs up. Does finish off the Yule Scepter, though. So it has an item. Like, it's super interesting to see, you know, no one treads, null, wand, bottle. They were all slower than the Lina, slower than the Lina. Everything was delayed. But his Yule Scepter came up faster than the Lina's just because of the fact that he, you know, A, hasn't died, but B, has just, you know, you mentioned it time and time again, he tucks himself away.
Yeah, I mean, it's part that, but he just really knows when to strike. The way they punished the over-aggression on top lane by NiP was really beautiful. I didn't even think that they would punish that hard. It looked like NiP were getting away, kind of scot-free, but then they lost 4 heroes, which was an absolute disaster.
Ace, Dragonlance into the Maelstrom. No Diffusal Blade for him.
No. This is more common lately. We've seen this a lot more. Just the Maelstrom procs are so nice, and Dragonlance is very necessary just to tank. If you go Diffusal, you're a little bit too squishy. You can go back for it, though, like as a Storm if you want to. But probably BKB is better.
Roger. Gets tickled by the Shikuchi. The rest of NiP are here, and they are not holding feathers.
Oh, dude, Solo just saw Saxa run straight past the ward. He's behind everything. This could be a fight if they want to.
They are converging. Oh, so thinking twice about it. Pasha has a TP, but already used the Bedlam. So Virtus.Pro, out to the full info now. They know NiP are 5-manning mid. It looks like the top lane TP is going to come towards Pasha. They've got Orchid. Can he kill him here? TP out. I think that says no.
Yeah, that's not a kill. Surprised Storm didn't instantly jump for him there.
Knowing that Orchid and TP were both down, but he finds PPD instead. That's a quick and simple kill there for no one. Easy. As he picks up his Kaya straight on after. And VP, they are picking, signaling that 3-3 might just be alone up top. Giving vision there with Solo across the little ridge. We'll watch the Chen creeps move in.
Considering the care pings coming out, I think they were like, oh, by the way, no, he's not alone. And looking at bottom, the creep wave is like hitting the tower, so this is a big sign that something is wrong on top lane.
Excuse me, sir. Morphling has a quelling blade.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't like the whole being silenced and sprouted. It's just a way to get out of the sprouts, honestly, because you get TP'd on by Furion and he right-clicks you a lot. It's this way, you quelling blade, get out of the trees, and you run away from the right-clicks.
Ah, it's pretty nifty.
It might save his life.
Especially
when you're like 300 HP. Or maybe at that case it won't save your life. He does have Manta really early though.
I still can't believe 3-3 still died top. Like, I looked away expecting NiP to fully retreat. He went very, very greedily top. So that mind game, like, oh, I've got people behind me still.
Yeah, he tried to fake it, but no, they had vision. They had a ward down. They were like, you're alone. And indeed he was.
Ramses. Full Manta done, 19 minutes.
Yeah, he's pretty farmed. By no means the highest farm in the game, but he is definitely doing his job here in terms of carry. And looking at NiP, they've kind of stunted a bit here. They need to keep the momentum going. Their late game options are quite horrendous. Need pace, high pace gaming. Because if you're running Lina, Weaver, and Furion at your 3 cores against Storm and Morphling, I mean, you just need to keep the pace up.
Well, they find Roger, but this has opened them up. Now Storm is miles away and Morphling unable to really chase forward fast enough to catch either the Prophet or the Weaver.
Yeah, but that's also safety for Morphling. Like, yeah, you ganked my but now Morphling is gonna push ultra hard because of it.
Down bottom. Getting some TP rotations. Bounty rune grabbed up by Lina. They want to move in. Storm. Ball lightning's over, but doesn't commit to anything. Trying to bait them back in. Storm does get caught with a sprout and the boulder smash. Down he goes with a bang and a crash, but the tier 1 falling to NiP. Be a nice little bonus for them, but for me anyway, they need to keep this going right. Like, this snowball bomb needs to keep on going, but they're going top, are they?
Yeah, it's an attempt at least onto the Dark Willow. They have silence.
Yeah. There's Sprout, Orchid, TP out, and Dark Willow's gone again. Yeah, and this means that there's no hero at the bottom, so they move in with VP. Storm zipping onto Vata. NiP, you have probably royally caught this. Vata tries to LSA, stuns at the Storm, but it's returned in kind by this Morphling of Ramses. Sacks are rolling over the hills and far away, but the Terrorize will catch it just in time. Beautiful.
That's beautiful positioning right there. And I like the bravery of Noah. The moment that they see that they are trying to build up, he just balls in, finds anyone, just wants to kill anything he can grab early. And he, not too far away from Bloodstone. I mean, he's not super close either, but looking at his gold, 2.6. Looking like a pretty tough game for NiP by now.
This Pasha Willow just like drawing attention.
Yeah.
NiP seem to be super focused on trying to kill this Pasha.
I almost want to say that he's not having as big impact as he normally does, but he also is getting quite a bit of hate. So it's perfectly fine, and he's having some clutch terrorizes here and there. But need to do more.
Oh, this is pretty big actually. Do they have Storm anywhere? No, Storm's donkeys years away. Forces a TP from Alfred though. 3-3. Comes in to save the day. Even Fata and PPD actually moving up towards the map to deal. Just Bane. Like, Bane is there in no man's land, nightmaring one of your cores.
Yeah, I mean, that's the typical gameplay though. Just running around some shit, then the enemy had to react. We were like, oh shit, we need to save him, but in reality, Storm was just healing fun.
Yeah.
So, putting a lot of stress on the enemy was unnecessary stress in a way.
Maybe forcing errors to come out of them. Here's a smoke from Virtus Pro. They are moving straight forwards. Ace, quick Shikuchi, spots the smoke coming up the high ground. batter PPD. They are indecisive of where they want to move. Up, down, right, left. Not quite sure where they want to head. And Ramses will just hold in the middle of this little quick wave between the towers as the TPs from NiP start arriving. Sprout up onto the high ground to try and give vision. Roger doesn't blink out. Does get caught. Earth Spirit there. Turn. Avalanche. Where's the top? Not going to throw it in just yet. It's in the back. Laguna Blade. Oh, Fata has just absolutely annihilated that Morphling. Roll in now, and this is their time to strike. NiP, it tastes blood and water. Storm used up. They've got the LSA. Need to time it, but Fata?
Yeah. A beautiful kill earlier on Morphling. A little bit of a choke to follow it.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Plays. Mess up the easy plays.
Now, maybe they will find the Willow. It's been a long time coming. Sprout, silence. Your one chance to kill Pasha.
He got out, and meanwhile, Storm's heading top to push. But mid tower looks like they should be able to bring it down, though.
They will move in for it. Penitence towards Dark Willow. Solo has been stripped here. Nightmare dodges the boulder smash, but not the pull back. Does still get silenced. The Yules are... I'm not sure who from there. Does catch.
Oh, grip.
Dark Willow, where is that grip onto? It is Ace with the tower, drops quickly. Storm zipping over, looking for Lina, but she's hidden in the trees. So he goes for Earth Spirit instead. And Saxa. Oh, dearie me. Ramses comes in, Weaver mode, and Roshan is alive. Would you believe it?
That's crazy. Just so much punishment right there. Very clutch by Solo to get the grab. Without that grab, none of it happened, but so much coming out of it. 2 attacks forced. I think you can just stop the Roche now, but they're going. They continue. Full respect. 3 buybacks. Surely you stop this Roche.
Solo trying to get them in. Look at him. Yeah, he goes back towards them. He's like, oh, hey, Sentry Ward. I'll play. Again, dodges that boulder smash with that Nightmare, proving to be very skillful.
Oh, he's going to kill bottom with Storm. He's looking for it. Can maybe bring him down.
Nice silence from 3-3. Not going to be able to TP here, is he? He's got his spell TP, but there's the Vortex from No.
Monster kill.
That's a big kill as well. The fact that they scored 3 buybacks by just trying Roche for a little bit there pulls me away. That's very costly for NiP. Very costly.
Yeah, Roshan stays alive though. VP don't claim it. They spread around the map and get a ton of gold, shoving out these waves, and of course finding that kill on Prophet. Bounty rune being grabbed up.
Bloodstone is now done on no, gonna buy it up. So he has pretty much all that he wants right now. I mean, obviously you want to work it as well, but he is in a great spot, Storm, regardless.
Tower is under attack.
He's massive. Hey, this Morphling as well. The sphere is honestly what, like 800 gold away? Super close to that. And that's the Laguna Blade.
Not quite like that, at least.
Radiant's top
Not in
tower
the
is under attack.
same manner. But hey, look with the BKB.
Yeah, that's gonna protect her a little bit, but if she gets right-clicked by Morphling, she still does very fast. Like, physical armor is really bad on Lina.
Storm. Hello. Long dip in as Rod sets up.
Oh no.
That's the first Bloodstone charge.
Gold like no one. 9-8.
No buyback and dead for over a minute, so this looks like they will capitalize and get some more out of it. Pinging Roche, heading towards it.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Great wards, they could kill more.
And this is the situation we saw during the draft, right? Is that the snowball that started for NiP didn't really build momentum fast enough or heavily enough, and now they have to team fight. Now they have to battle. In comes the LSA, the tiny toss, and Land will clear up PPD. Sack's already gone and dead, and no one finds another head. Follows up onto Lina as well, and oh, nice LSA there will allow Ace to escape. But Virtus Pro absolutely dominating. They did lose the Morphling in the middle of all of that, but all things considered, a good team fight win.
That they did. Yeah, he died to a Laguna Blade. He didn't have his Lincoln Sphere yet.
Oh,
Happen again.
oh.
Aw, poor little Morphling.
Rankles for Pasha after that blink dagger. Give him that nice little movement speed hedge. Probably knows he's get much value out of any other type of groups.
Tranquils are just really strong on their own, and paired up with the Spirit Vessel, you get a nice movement speed.
Like,
The Yule up there as well, of course.
yeah. I'm a big fan of that kind of Pugna transition build. It reminds me so much of old Storm Arcanes into Blood. But on like Pugna, you have Arcanes, Aetherlens, Tranquils, Glimmer. It's just such a not smooth. Like, I love it when players find that smooth transition from item to item.
Yeah.
Or regen rune for Storm. Blessed no one.
That is a crazy rune to have. He hasn't really had any like big runes in the fights before, like DD or Arcane rune, but he's gonna use the regen to farm and still be able to fight a little bit with it as well, but now just pushing a lot.
D-Ward's coming out.
So many pings meds.
Ob's Ward's still there, just out of range of the sentry. Sneaky vision here as Dark Willow in behind blinks away very, very speedily as he doesn't want to get too involved with NiP around this Roshan pit for now, but Virtus Pro, they're setting up for a real go.
Yeah, they have all the vision here that's on VP.
And NiP start, and this is very awkward for them because Fata now caught by the root. Tying Avalanche toss, who's he found? PPE back end. Storm's going to go north and search for Sakta as he gets hexed up though. Swings it back. Now with the Terrorize, he's lost all their damage. NiP cannot follow through. It's a good magnetize, but NiP have nothing left in the tank.
Yeah, they tried so much to bring down the Storm there. It was a nice attempt with the Orchid and the Hex, but Terrorize was so good. Basha, just good control. This time, how do you stop this Roche? They are smoked up, but look at the positioning of Solo.
Oh, NiP. You're right, look at Solo coming in from the back. Roger bladed down, but the grip is there, and no one finds an easy pick. Ramsey's in Lena mode as Fata's BKB wears off. A stun on the PPD catches the Chen, tries to send back Fata with the Yule Scepter. Whose is it? Is it Lena's? No, it's not. Definitely not. And that is going to be best for Lena. So spells off, remove the Chen back, and they find the kill. Solo. Oh, he does lose his life there as Ace chases forward, but Virtus Pro stun up onto Morphling. Ace from Fata. Good chain stun abilities, and they've killed the Morphling.
Okay.
Buyback from NiP.
Yeah, okay. NiP getting some really good value there. The Storm's still full map now, though. They're going to try to sneak in Roach Spear, but gotta be careful. Bane back.
Dark Willow buyback. And there is the no one zipping across the pit. Gives some vision inside. Roshan, 3,000 HP, a third of his life remains. But NiP, they're all alive in about 5 seconds' time, while Morphling's gone for just a minute.
Yeah, Morph takes a little time to respawn here, but at least he's not using his buyback. And I don't know, NiP, it's very hard to walk into Roche and force it, even though Roche is very low HP. It's gonna take time, but that means Morphling will respawn, and probably it's gonna be VP forcing you to come to Roche instead. And that's where they farm their bloodstone charges.
Yes. I mean, I'm looking at this Prophet, and he's got Orchid and Hex.
Oh, BKB now on Storm.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's meant to be the Storm counter, but now Storm has BKB. He can try and put it on Morphling, but Morphling has Lincoln's Manta. So this itemization from Prophet, it looked really strong for a good period, but that window, you know, it closes, it tightens as VP gets stronger and stronger and hit these item timings. But hey, look at this, smoking to smoke, high ground to low ground. Hex starts things off, but it's onto the Bane. That's not the target you want to go for. In jumps the Storm. Saxa is dead to right, or maybe not. He's rolled out. Storm, he's going to find him. Blink up. Saxa still away. Finally, he will fall as a 3-0. Virtus Pro, they continue for more. Vortex on Ace. Ramsey's here with the Yule Scepter up. They should have an avalanche, but no toss. The BKB pierced by the Fiend's grip, and NiP lose 4.
Oh, that's so brutal. 110 seconds on Weaver. Yeah, that's gonna be Roshan as well. Man, it make it look so easy, but that was kind of fortunate though. The smoke into smoke there definitely worked out well for them. Quick reactions on Roger though. He just blinked in, almost got a 3-hero stun. Oh, close.
Just a BKB TP. Yeah. Not ideal.
That's not what you want to have happen.
So what did we get? Ramsey's Aegis now.
Yeah, I think it's better because you will break high ground. Normally, you always want to give the Aegis Since Morphling is going to be a one to push high ground, makes sense to give it to him.
Solo is so sick at like dodging stuff with Nightmare.
Yeah, he's crazy. He makes it look so smooth.
Boulder smashes, nature's best.
And catching good ultis. I mean,
Yeah.
he just sets himself up for success. Good positioning.
A very skilled gamer. So 18 to 33, net worth lead about 12,000 for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, it's quickly starting to go their way more and more here.
I mean, it's plummeting right now for NiP.
Well, their chances of winning are really bad because their heroes just don't scale well into late game. They were supposed to be owning at this point.
What's your win percentage graph? 7 or something? F8? It's after network. Like, well, maybe it's not. F10, maybe? I've got no idea. No, cancel that. Wrong.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's whatever. Who cares? Well, we can see it at the end. We can see it at the end. It's all fine.
It won't be too long, says VP, and start pushing out.
No, it really won't. Ramp straight up there. 100 HP.
Yeah.
45 armor. 3 tower doing very little to him, as no one with the Lincoln's foot chop will jump in and caught a couple. 3 and 3 Saxa, both 5 back immediately after dying. Fanta falls back to the fountain though, as this tower.
At out time.
Dropped to half health. Nice little move in from Saxa. Gets the stun, the Sarge, the Magnetize, but heals up from Dark Willow by some space and time. As Ace's BKB here, he's being punched down by the Morphling. Hand of God will maybe keep NiP alive, but PPD still falls. As Ramsey stands his ground in the middle of the Radiant base. Fanta battling with Pasha, the tappers will do a hell of a lot. But there it is. Nightmare save. Oh, Solo. Keep them in the game.
So crazy, the fight. A really nice toss out on the Furion as well, down on the low ground. And it's just delivering, doing what they're supposed to in this fight, and more.
Bane basically gave Morphling a second Aegis there with that Nightmare save, and now they jump in perfectly. 2 heroes caught. I mean, it's GG. They call it here.
It's over.
Our game is absolutely done and dusted. Weaver is the last man standing, and Virtus Pro take down that tier 3 and look for barracks.
Yeah, go down mid, Weaver. Run it down mid. Your one option.
Is he trying to cut wave behind them?
I don't know. There's nothing to cut. I mean, at this point, they could even keep pushing. Maybe just do it like last game, but gotta back up his shrine. Oh my God! Finds the Weaver.
No reveal. They've got vision of him still. Time lapse back quickly as you can. Ace.
There's Arcane Room bottom as well for the Storm.
No one's going for this. Forces the BKB.
So scary, so intimidating. He's going, dude. He went. He went in, and he's also going for a Chen.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, he's basically asking if they will call it, I think.
He's going into fountain!
It's suicides. He's like, yeah, call it.
Just call it, guys. Oh my goodness gracious me. GG is called 2-0 victory for Virtus Pro over NiP. And that is some of the most BM things I've ever seen.
I mean, I don't know. He's right, though. After they pushed top, they probably could have called it, but then he just goes ahead and kills the Weaver.